next story comes from Paul, who's a qualified property investment advisor out of our Melbourne office. And this one is another interesting story, and understanding the motivations behind this is really what's probably triggered this couple to take action. So without getting into too much personal detail, let's just say that one of these particular couple had seen their parents not necessarily do the right thing in terms of putting enough money aside for their future in retirement, and they've got themselves into a bit of a financial pickle. Now, based on that, they didn't want to see themselves in that same situation. So that is a fairly good motivator for them. So we're talking here about a couple in their late 20s, early 30s, already with a couple of young children living in Victoria. Professional careers, I love this story. I love it whenever I get teachers or working in the education industry, because I know the great work that they do and they don't get rewarded and paid well enough for the great work that they do. And also the attention to detail, the engineers, so they love the numbers as well. So in terms of the obstacle and the challenge for me, they're in a good position, right? But they wanted to make sure that they could maximise the current position that we're in. So they had a really nice principal place of residence, already one investment property in the local market that they were living in, so not expanding themselves and challenging themselves in terms of the best buying opportunities may be there. So they wanted to check in on that story, and they did that. So on target, they also were focusing on the school fees for the kids. So they wanted to make sure with whatever that they did, they were going to be in a position to have those school fees available and, you know, retire to have plenty of family time. So good story. So what was our outcome? The recommendations were, you know, I worked with multiple teams inside of our business. So they've done the mortgages, they've also done the planning, and they're using the BAs, the buyer's agents, to get the purchase done. So 3 properties is what we're going to add to their existing one in the portfolio. And they've got the classic target of $2,000 a week, and they want to retire at the age of 60. So I think the motivation piece here for me has been around seeing what can happen when it's not well managed, when you don't get your affairs in order and don't think of the future. So they're not going to end up like, you know, one of the parents may have ended up. They've now got confidence. They've been able to validate, you know, themselves on that right path. I think that's an important message here, and they're motivated. This couple are goals driven. So nothing better than having those goals in front of them. They like to achieve their goals. So for me, that's the perfect recipe. When I see people who are motivated by goals, written plans, and they want to go after those goals, I am super confident that this couple are going to be able to achieve those goals, and probably all going well sooner than anticipated. I can see this couple as being people who like to exceed their own expectations. So congratulations to them. Good work for Paul in terms of designing this plan for them, and I can see that being a great outcome for them over the journey of their property story.